Good day and welcome to your October 25th recorded planning briefing. And as for a note, we will switch to have our recorded briefings on only Sundays and Thursdays for scheduled recorded briefings. So we will no longer do the Tuesday one for the winter season. So I wanted to do a little bit of a recap, just to go over the weekend snow. It was quite historic in a few places and some very impressive snow totals. Over here on the right side, we have Drummond, Potomac, Plains, all around 18 inches of snow. Sea Lake 16, even a foot of snow either side of Missoula. So it was very, very historic. Looking at how this lines up, at least in Missoula, where we have a very good record of snow, it was second place, the second snowiest 2-day period in October. And even if we were to look at just any month, any time of year, any winter month, 8th place is where this one fell for snow amounts. Here's a map showing some of the storm reports, and some of these deeper blue colors show a lot of near 5-inch amounts up in the Flathead Valley. There's even an 8-inch over in Libby. Increasing down into the Mission Valley, Highway 200 corridor, where around a foot or more snow fell. And then you see these really high totals that show up near Drummond, Potomac, south of Sea Lake, and then a lot of 8 to 12 inch reports in the Bitterroot Valley over in central Idaho. A few inches fell, and then it looks like near and just above Orofino, 6 inches. Farther south, we don't have much for reports, but around 6 inches close to Butte. So now we'll look forward to what's going to happen this week. There really isn't a lot of confidence in the forecast, but we did highlight a little bit of snow, so I'll look closer at that. Here's the model representation of what the radar returns could look like tomorrow. And this is starting at 6 a.m. And as we move forward in time through the morning, these radar returns could increase up in northwest Montana as some moisture works its way into the forecast area. This is where we think some light snow could start happening by the afternoon, especially in northwest Montana, even though there's some returns that show up in central Idaho and even west central Montana as well. So these types of settings are tough to forecast. There's not much to work with except that we're cold and snow growth was really good. So it doesn't take a lot of moisture. So I just want to highlight that. And looking even a little bit farther, here's right now in the models. This is just looking at the amount of moisture. So dry is showing up as brown, greens are showing more moisture available. So here's today, and then tomorrow we see these greens start to work their way in. So higher amounts of moisture possible. This is why we think there could be some snow. And then it dries out again on Tuesday, but Wednesday there's another piece of this that comes down. So again, maybe some snow up in northwest Montana. The place, especially like Kalispell and eastward on Highway 2 would be where I would look for some more snow falling. And then it dries back out again. So with this snow, it's really tough to forecast. It's more of we need to keep an eye on really short-term forecasts to see how things change and watch as it evolves, but there could be a little bit of accumulating snow. Very cold temperatures are in place. We already broke records this morning, and then it looks like we'll be even colder in a lot of places for Monday morning. We went through and used what happened this morning to help with our basis of the forecast for Monday morning. So a lot of really cold temperatures. I mean, Potomac was down to negative 29 this morning, so really exceptional. It looked like it was probably the coldest place in the entire country. Negative 7 is what we had this morning here in Missoula, which is a record cold. It's actually the coldest it's ever been in October. And we have a lot of these single digits in teens in Idaho, a lot of single digits, and a lot of below zero. So this kind of cold is so early, it's tough to see what the trend is going to be like. But overall, we're going with cold. I wouldn't get caught up on the numbers here, but we're saying cold, still below freezing for the daytimes, and just a general warming trend throughout this week. But even this timing of when we will actually get above freezing in a lot of places, we're not really that sure, because some of these lows, like these, could actually be colder each night. So this whole entire graph could be brought down to where the trend is a lot lower. Do a quick outlook, October 30th through November 3rd. There's just a little bit of a chance for above normal precipitation, part of central Idaho into northwest Montana. The rest of the area looks either normal or below normal, and above normal temperatures look to eventually make it back into the forecast. So we'll look at that on the far extended. Otherwise, we'll keep you updated. If you have any questions, please let us know, and definitely keep an eye on changes to the forecast because snow is possible.